Hello, good day. This is Kyle Joseph Birias, and this is our group report project for Module 15, Transfer of Learning. So for the introduction, teachers want their students to apply the knowledge and skills they learn in class to other situations. When one recognizes a situation as something similar in a way to what he has experienced before, his tendency is to use the knowledge and skills he has learned to this new situation. So, for example, a student learns about the importance of planning and organization while working on a business plan for an entrepreneurship project. Later, when organizing a birthday party for a friend, they apply the same skills by creating a schedule, coordinating activities, and managing resources effectively. So, what is transfer of learning? To summarize, it is applying to another situation what was previously learned. So, here are a few of the examples of transfer of learning. Learning to use roller skates helps a person to learn more quickly to ice skate. The second one will be learning to get along with classmates in preschool helps the child adjust and relate well with classmates in the big school. So, learning in classrooms often differs from using what we learn in real life. Transfer of learning is crucial because it helps us apply what we learn to everyday situations. Future teachers, like us, need to know how to help students use what they learn in class in real life. Otherwise, all the knowledge and skills they gain may not be very useful. So, for example, for us, as education students, we might study various teaching methods and classroom management techniques in our courses. However, in real life, we're going to encounter diverse groups of students with unique personalities and behaviors that require adaptable approaches to teaching and managing the classroom effectively. So this highlights the importance of transferring our theoretical knowledge into practical skills that enable us to navigate the complexities of real-world teaching environments. And that's all. Thank you.
Hi, I am Edlin Sitor and I will be discussing the types of transfer. First is the positive transfer. A positive transfer takes place when the learning of a particular task facilitates the subsequent learning of another task. In other words, when learning in one situation facilitates the learning in other situation, it is a positive transfer. Example, learning addition facilitates the learning multiplication. Second is a negative transfer. This transfer is said to be negative when previous learning is hindrance or disrupt with the learning of subsequent tasks. Otherwise, when the learning of one task makes the learning of other tasks harder, it is called negative transfer. Example, learning different musical instruments. If a musician learns to play the piano and later attempts to learn the guitar, they may experience negative transfer in terms of finger positioning and technique. The muscle memory and the hand coordination developed for piano playing may initially interfere with learning the guitar as the techniques for each instrument differ. Third is a near transfer. This is a transfer that occurs when the knowledge that team has gained doing frequent or repeated tasks is reused by other teams or projects doing similar work. Example, learning to drive a car and operating a motorcycle. The skills and knowledge acquired while learning to drive a car, such as understanding traffic rules, spatial awareness, and basic vehicle control, can be applied to operating a motorcycle. While there are differences in handling and maneuvering, the fundamental principles of road safety and vehicle operation is still apply. And the fourth one is the forward transfer. It is a task that involves skills and knowledge being applied in situations that change. It also requires instructions where learners are trained to adapt guidelines to changing situations or environments. Example, participating in sports and leadership skills. Engaging in team sports fosters collaboration, communication, leadership, and resilience. Athletes often transfer these skills to leadership roles in their professional careers or community involvement.
Hi everyone, my name is Ralph Roy Rama Feliscozo, and I'm about to discuss conditions and principles of transfer, in which we all know that this is a very simple thing, but we need also to consider factors that may affect the transfer of learning. Now, the first condition or factors that is affecting transfer of learning is similarity between two learning situations. This kind of conditions or factor is somehow related to, for example, volleyball and basketball, in which both sports have similarities when it comes to teamwork as they how they execute in the court. It's just that they have distinct, specific actions or moves that needs to be done in order for them to score. Next one is degree of meaningfulness or relevance of learning. Now, if we're going to define meaningfulness or meaningfulness learning, that means that it is learning that is both relevant to a student's life and aims to achieve deep understanding through the contextualization of the knowledge with prior knowledge and experience. Now, in this case, that would mean that it would matter to their personal significance, and that way they will be able to relate it to real life experiences. Next one is length of instructional time, in which I personally do agree, because there are very a lot of times that time is needed when you are learning and you are not abruptly understanding everything, because that might cause you information overload. Next one is variety of learning experiences. Now, this one is quite common to math students because in order for them to fully understand and apply those mathematical formula, they need to apply those to certain examples or a lot of items that they need to answer in order for them to realize what's their mistake, what did wrong, what went wrong rather. Next one is context for learners' experiences. This one is quite common because even me, when I'm discussing something or discussing a certain topic, I would really want to ask my listeners to give examples, real life examples, in order for me to scrutinize on what they are telling or might be relatable to the whole class. Next one is focus on principles rather than task. Now, this one is quite common in our major, which is Bachelor of Physical Education, because before we enter actual learning or applying it on through a certain move to our body, we should learn each principle out of it so that we will not be able to commit mistakes out from it. Now, the last one is emphasis on metacognition. This is basically thinking about one's thinking. So it's basically referring to processes used to plan, monitor, and assess one's understanding and performance. Now, that will be all for Group 4, and thank you so much for listening.